Hey, Rick.
Hey, Danielle. How are you?
So great to see you. How are you?
Good.
How's your summer been?
Fantastic.
Good.
I love the light box here.
We love how it came out.
It really does remind me of that moment that you'll feel when you walk up to the building and you look through the intimate vestibule and into the quiet garden, because that really, I think, is what happens in the Gramercy area, that smaller scale, that quieter pace that happens. And then people ask me about my obsession with biophilic design and ask me to describe how it happens. And one of my examples would be just the dappled light pattern that you see right there. It has a very calming effect on people. The light and shadow, the shade, it's quieter. We live in this incredibly dynamic city, but we also seek out refuge in these quiet places. And that's really what we're trying to accomplish when you enter off the street, through the vestibule, through the lobby, through the library, and then out into the garden.
You guys did a great job creating this moment.
Yeah,
I'm very excited to see it come to light. When we acquired this site, the Willow, on 23rd Street, I remember we thought, okay, who do we bring on here? We had spoken to you about other projects in the past and it didn't work out, but then we said, you know what? We should speak to Rick. I remember looking through your portfolio and walking through, New York and seeing some of the buildings that either were under construction at the time or finished, and just feeling that you could put such a charming design for this neighborhood and really give a beautiful brick building with a lot of charm, feeling like it belongs in the neighborhood, and something that contextually is very fitting, which just historically you've done such a great job at.
Sometimes this idea of working together is the foundation for the building, that relationship that we build. And for us as architects, it's always a little bit scary, will this be the right fit or not? And so the same thing, we looked at the buildings that you did. And one of the things that I thought that was very similar and sympathetic between your work and our work was the focus on craft and detail, that these buildings need to be made well.
What I really loved in our first few meetings, when you first started with us, you would come to these meetings, you would have almost like a presentation, put aside the architecture, just the history of the neighborhood. And that really leads to, in my mind, really leads to the right design for a building and feels so contextual to the neighborhood. You and your team really thought about, how do we design a building that's new with modern technology, modern finishes, and still really feeling like the facade and the overall experience feels like that building has belonged to New York.
For us, we're fascinated with site-specific work, that this project wouldn't exist anyplace else, that it wouldn't look right anyplace else. That somehow this one location in the universe at this one time, this is the way this building should look.
Your team did a great job pulling inspiration from some of the most beautiful metalwork around Gramercy Park, different townhouses, facades of buildings, how different hand-laid brick has been done, and then really putting your approach onto it is fantastic. And I think residents and a lot of our neighborhood neighbors are going to really appreciate that design. It was so important for us when we thought about the design of the building, is making sure that whatever we designed and built here had a beautiful streetscape and a nice pedestrian experience for anyone walking down the street here.
One of the things that we wanted to do was, on the corner, we have these double height arches with the intermediate spandrel, well-proportioned storefronts, nice low bulkheads, well-proportioned bases. So that's of the larger streetscape. And then we drop it down to the single-story arches and then center on the entry where we get that view into the garden. So just changing of scale is one of those remarkably rich things about nice neighborhoods, the neighborhoods we all love, Paris, Florence, that there's lots of different scale changes, and these all signify what's of the public realm and what's of the private realm. So we wanted the retail to be of the public realm and on the corner. I love this apartment, and one of the reasons is that one of my favorite ways to arrive, and the magic box of the elevator is into a private hallway where you immediately get a view back out to the city. So you arrive from your elevators into this private hallway and then look immediately north, and you get this sense of connection back to the city, but now you're in this gorgeous penthouse. It's a beautiful apartment.
This is one of my favorite great rooms. I mean, it is honestly like a glass box with a ton of personality because of the windows and the architecture. You have this unbelievable fireplace. You have this terrace that, you know, indoor, outdoor living. And I think what's also really special about this apartment, aside from it being a full floor apartment, is you get to have this beautiful terrace that's private to the primary bedroom.
I knew that this would be a spectacular midtown view, but seeing out to the river and the bridges from that terrace, that's one of those fun moments when you stand on it and you see it in context, that it is a very, very special apartment.
Amazing.